Let's talk about the number one skill or combination of skill that you need to land a job. So, landing a job, as we know, it's not an easy thing. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and if you just go out in the market applying for random job, you would never ever land a job. Um, yes, there is people who tell you that just go out there, create a CV and apply and see what sticks. That really is not going to work. 'Cause employers are not stupid. Whenever they look at your CV, or the recruiters look at your CV, they'll straight go, they'll go, bin. That CV is just bad. Um, Even though you might add a couple fancy words trying to sell yourself as best as you can, but it's easy to pick experienced people from an experience, someone who knows nothing what they're talking about, right? So again, what's the number one skill that a person can acquire to actually land a job one day, right? And this could be a different job than the job you're doing right now. It could be, let's say you wanna progress to a senior developer, a junior at the moment. It could be a different field completely. For example, say you're a developer and you want to become, um, you want something to do with Amazon or Azure or anything like that. So the skill that you must have is, be ready for this one, 'cause it's so obvious, flies over people's head most of the time, is to be able to just do the job, right? And this can be a combination of skill. This can be one, two, three, four, five things. Just being able to do the job is a huge thing. So if you're a front end developer, can you do the job, right? If I want to hire you, when I'm gonna interview you, I'm gonna speak to you over the phone, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and each one of those questions is aimed, to find out whether once I bring you in, can you do the job properly or can you not? Well, you can add 1,000 skills on your CV. People are not gonna care. But as soon as you open your mouth and tell them, okay, this I have never worked with, or that technology I've never worked with, then it's all useless, right? Your whole CV is useless. They just trash it in a couple of seconds. So, being able to do a job and do it properly and do it better than other people, right, is a skill you need to master. Now that is going to combine many other things. We want to become a backend developer. Can you work with PHP, for example, or can you work with say WordPress, right? Have you built any plugins? Can you work with themes? Can you integrate different plugins? Can you make some changes, use filters, whatever is there, right? Can you do a little bit of server management, right? Now, if someone comes out and tells you, hey, just go and master how to use Amazon, or just create a couple servers and be really good at it, and you'll get a job, but that's not gonna work because um, you can't just be so good at it by yourself, right? And like that's not how things work in real. It's a combination of things every time. It's not just one thing. It could be one thing at a certain time, but not anymore. You need combination of things and couple of skills. So that's something you're gonna have to learn. Can you do the job? If you're applying for backend developer, front end, or whatever, full stack, can you do the job? If the answer yes, I can, which requires to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, React, or any other framework, or basic understanding of how things work. If that's the bundle, then go learn all that one by one. That's gonna put you in much better place than going out there and trying random technologies which are marketed heavily, and believe that just by learning that you're gonna land a job. Job is requires many other things, not just one thing. So don't buy into the idea of, okay, if I learn this, I learn a job. That's not how it works. If you just learn just one thing, you're unlikely to land a job as a junior person. As a junior, you're gonna have to do literally everything. Once you reach quite high in that field, you maybe you'll, in 10 years experience, the only thing you're gonna be focusing on is web services. I don't know, but don't buy the idea that learn one single thing and you'll get a job. Learn a combination of things, right? That in itself is a skill, because if you just stick to one thing, you are gonna just not get nowhere as a beginner, right? So make sure you understand the job itself, what the job requires. Yeah, if you want to become a front end developer, look at the job posting and try to make sure you know at least a couple of things. And if you do know a couple of things, add into your CV. Add your projects to the CV, right? Your portfolio, whatever you have. When you pick up the phone, you can talk to them, and they'll know. Yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. Maybe he hasn't done the job before, but he knows what he's talking about, and his portfolio is supporting that, right? So, learn a combination of skills, and that's the number one thing you can learn to land a job. Not just master one skill, not just um, master something like some tailwind css. You're not going to get a job just by learning that, right? It's a supporting other technology around that, right? Like, do you think someone's going to give you a job just because you know tailwind and you have no idea how javascript or jquery css works? Like, you're useless then, right? You're trying to become a specialist in a technology that does not want specialists. They want full stack people, right? So go out there, don't buy into the idea of learning one thing. Learn multiple things that are required by that particular job role, and then add them to your CV. Build a portfolio. Then you'll be better off.